For everything paranormal, Para X. The views expressed and the opinions given by the individual host and their guests do not necessarily reflect those of Para X, its affiliates, or its sponsors.
Supernatural. Magic. Ghosts. UFOs. Bigfoot. Extraterrestrial. Psychic energy.
The Calling 2.0.
This is the Calling 2.0. Welcome, everybody. My name's Jerry Ayers, and with me is the one, the only, what's your name again? Spiritual medium Valentina. How you doing, V?
Great. How are you, Jerry?
Not too bad, not too bad. Here it's getting hot like it is down by you.
No, we actually are going to have a week of storms and rain, so you're not copying us.
Yeah, well, actually, in a way, we got storms going on, but not a lot of it's going to touch Minneapolis area. It's hitting west of us. But you're going to be right in it if I'm correct.
I'm hoping.
Are you excited?
I am, because it won't be 98 degrees every time I get outside and 104 in my car. So I can, get some errands done and maybe walk barefoot in the rain and watch some amazing lightning storms. So yes, I am excited.
Yeah, 98. That just makes me just cringe.
Yeah.
That's gross.
98 degrees, and we're not talking the band.
Yeah. Well, tonight you came up with a choice of topics. And it is, what is it tonight?
It is forest screams.
Gotcha. Now, there was also a woman that you talked about, which I had never heard of before. Tell us a little bit about this thing.
Okay, it is a Mexican folklore. It's called La Llorona. And as the story goes, this woman was married to a well-to-do gentleman. And then, of course, as most men do, he wandered off. And she was heartbroken. She had 2 children by him. And so in a fit of heartbreak, she went into some body of water, river or something, and drowned both of her children. And so screams can be heard in the forest, or, if you watch a lot of these YouTube videos where you will just hear, it is a very human but very unique guttural wailings. It is just painful and eerie at the same time, all wrapped up in one. And there are many recordings of this, and sometimes people will actually see a woman in white with black hair in front of her face in a body of water, and then when they film it, seconds later she disappears. The folklore also goes, as I learned, that if her screams are near, she is far. And if the screams are far, she is near. So if that isn't a mind cluck there, because, you hear it far away and you're thinking, okay, I'm safe. And no, she might actually be creeping up on you instead. So I think that's very interesting. A little bit of psychological mind playing there, that you have to keep that in mind and don't think, oh, great, I'm safe. It's far away. That means she's right behind you.
I went on YouTube and found a whole lot of things about it and stuff. Now, if I'm correct, according to what I found, is that this La Llorona.
I know. It's a double L. It is pronounced like La Llorona.
What she said.
Yeah.
I work at a liquor store. It's Corona to me. I don't know. But anyway, from what they were saying on there, was that she met the man of her dreams.
Yeah.
They got married. They had 2 children, twins, and that he kept going away because he was a salesman and stuff. And then finally, he never returned. And she was bringing up these 2 children by herself. And one day she was walking with the kids past the lake that they used to always walk around and stuff. And she seen him
That's
with
right.
another woman.
Yes.
And she got infuriated by it. And of all things, she took the children and threw them in the water, and they drowned. And then she jumped in the water herself to kill herself.
Right.
But she never died. Am I right? Or no, she did die.
Well, yeah.
But,
She
oh,
did.
yeah, that's right. She died. But when she went up to heaven, that for judgment, they would not allow her in until she found her children and begged for their forgiveness. And then she could come in. So right now, she just always searches all the rivers and stuff like that to find her children and to ask for forgiveness. But she also will steal other people's children.
Yeah.
And so you really got to watch it because she may be around. A lot of people see her in the water and stuff, and she comes up to children, and you have to make sure to keep your children by you and stuff like that. It's an amazing thing. And it's odd is that oh God, I can't even remember how long ago it was, and I think it was in Florida, maybe Alabama, that what was it? This woman was upset because her husband left her and took their 3 children, put them in the car, and drove in to a lake, and they all died. And one, I think, was a baby. And then she walked away from it like nothing. And she ended up getting caught and then going to prison and everything. But what would make a person do that?
I mean, I read a lot of real life stories, with people doing that. Is like suddenly parenting becomes too much and their answer is to drown the children in the bathtub, or I mean, I read at least once a week some sort of story about that, and it's just like, I don't know. My feeling is that people should have a license to have children, because some people definitely should not have children, and it's unfortunate that they do if they don't really want the responsibility of it. But it's sad that they have to take it out on the children. They could just drop them off somewhere at a adoption agency. I mean, there's many other options besides being selfish and taking everyone down with you. So, it is. But yeah, so I think, it's a really interesting, I mean, there's been a lot of video footage that I've seen of this. So I do believe that every folklore, there's some truth behind it, because it started somewhere and it's been passed on throughout, the years, and it's been changed a bit, but, people add their own take to it. But definitely, I don't know if I would actually, because I watched some of the videos, just the sound of her scream alone and her wailing is so scary that, like, you don't even need a visual, because that's so scary in itself, and imagine the visual with that scream. Whoa. I might be out.
Well, I put the YouTube version, the real story of La Llorona, however you say it. You did. You kind of rolled.
It's Taco Tuesday.
Well, it's Wacky Wednesday, I was already told that by the leader of the gathering there.
Yeah, but yeah, check out on the Facebook page there. You can check out some more and some actual recordings. They're very frightening, spine tingling, definitely. It's like human but inhuman. It's something else. So definitely look into that. And that is a Mexican folklore. So that story and most of those videos come out of Mexico. I don't really think there's been any outside of those in other states. I believe that's mainly pertaining to that. So,
Right. And what she's talking about is that before the show, I put a thing on our Facebook, the Calling 2.0.
yes.
So the calling as usual, and then a space 2.0 is what the calling page is now called. But anyway, so take a look at that, and then you can see for yourself what she's talking about.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's 4 videos I put on there. Now I wanted to put what we found at Humbird, because that scream it's within the same as what we had found at or that we're talking about tonight. It's pretty amazing. I'm going to, in case people don't want to go to that, I'm actually posting these. Oh my God, look at that. That looks terrible.
What?
What the heck? It was supposed to have been just a link. Let's try it again here. Let's see if this will work.
The encyclopedia, Jerry. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, no kidding. I didn't mean to do that. Let's see if this one comes out right. Let's try it here. Boom. Should just, no, gosh darn it. You got to hit the whole thing, I guess.
It's what it is.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. So now we don't even know if there was any questions. We'd have to go way back. So crazy. Oh, and there is Travis. He's in the Holy Data Batman. There you go. That's it. That's the one.
Oops.
But it does bring you to that Facebook so that you can take a check at that clip there. They're really quick ones and everything, but it's pretty amazing because my gosh,
I'll be right back.
Oh, what? You're leaving? During the show, people. During the show.
No, the dog is scratching at the door. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Well, it's a little dog. She just couldn't put it in a drawer and shut it. I mean, come on, Don't tell her I said that, people.
I thought she was.
Oh, hi.
I thought she was inside. She was outside the door. Yeah.
God.
Oh. It's a good thing I don't scare easily. We're sitting here talking about all this, and then there's some scratching at the door.
That would be funny. That would be.
Yeah.
Funny. But now we've had Ceiling Cat's kind of yelling at me for saying the dog's small. Just put it in a drawer and shut it, and then you'll know where it's at.
Oh, you missed me. I'm sorry. Yes, Mommy's bad.
Oh, God.
Right.
Okay,
Yep.
Yeah.
So far, anything? No.
What's that?
No
What's
questions so far.
No questions so far. If you guys got questions, throw them at us. We'll ignore them. No, we'll try to answer them to our best ability.
We'll look for them.
But I know that a lot of you have heard that scream that we got from out at Humbird. And when we did ask the DNR people, friends of mine up in Bemidji up in Bemidji, and they in turn, sent me to a place that I can take a look. Some screams like that and everything can be deer if they're being if they're being attacked or anything like that and stuff. There can be screaming from that. Other animals too. Some, like, what are they called? The ones that I think are just crazy. They're a smaller animal, but they got one heck of a sound from them. Marlins. Marlins have, is it marlins? Well, I know that's in the water as marlins, but Oh, shoot.
All right.
Well, we'll
We'll
skip
circle
that.
back
But
to that.
anyway, it's pretty cool. Stephanie saying, goodness, this is Wild and Wacky Wednesday, to be sure. Oh, yeah, every time V's on, it gets a little crazy. But yeah, so a lot of these videos, I mean, how many of the videos that you've even looked at did you think had the possibility of being a Bigfoot, a Dogman, or anything like that?
Well, when I watch all these videos, first I have to determine if they're real or fake. Then I have to sit and go, is it a cryptid? Is it a rake? Is it a wendigo? I mean, every time I watch these shows, I just learned so many new terms that I started making notes because, I mean, Thailand has their own thing, Bali, every country has different things, and I'm learning so much watching all these videos. I'm just learning stuff I didn't even know existed because we get so stuck on spirits and ghosts and things over here in America that we don't really take the time to learn what other countries have as their boogeyman or whatever. So I started looking on Amazon. I thought, well, there must be an encyclopedia book with all these, with every country and a sketch or a drawing, because I would love to have a big, thick book, of every country's whatever. But I'm starting to see a lot more shadow people. I'm starting to see a lot more of this creature called a rake, which is very frightening looking. It's almost like a skinwalker with just skin and pale and tall and skinny and just kind of crouching. And a lot of videos coming out of like Russia and Poland of these things sitting in people's barns, like eating their animals, and then they're making a loud crunching noise as they're crunching all the bones.
Oh, gross.
And then, like, one of them actually threw a board from the barn at the guy, to make him go away. So they seem a bit intelligent. But obviously, once they've taken over your barn space, they're not leaving. So this poor guy was like, he pretty much got chased out of there by some creature. And I thought, wow, you're not even gonna, I would burn that barn down with the thing inside. Like, why are you letting this thing boss you around? Like, it's your barn. But
Wow.
yeah, so definitely finding, and I'll bring those to the show as I find more creatures. It's really interesting just to learn what other people deal with.
Right. Crazy. Now, because your motherland is Denmark, correct?
Yes.
Okay. What's the big thing there? I mean, do they have, the woods screams and stuff?
We
Or?
really don't. It's weird because, my ancestors are Vikings, and we have the bog people, which were these people that they found perfectly preserved in the bog because it's peat moss. And so they had all the skin, their teeth, their hair, they're really well preserved. If you look up the Bogman, it's a very famous, well preserved Danish Viking person. But it's like we really don't have any creatures. I'm kind of sad. Like, I haven't, maybe trolls at the most, but trolls are cute. Trolls sit under the bridge and try to scare you. I mean, those are not scary. Trolls are not scary. They're like little leprechaun, Rumpelstiltskin, Rumpelstiltskin kind of little guys. They're cute.
Okay.
And they're
Great.
ugly. They're cute.
So if any trolls are listening, she finds you attractive.
Now, I did not say that. Just cute. Attractive and cute are two different things.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so let's see now. Steph says, what about screech owls and cougars as well? There's a lot of natural screams. That's true. As a matter of fact, we did a case up in northern Minnesota, and May had said, well, I caught some woman screaming, You know, when I first heard it, I kind of went, no, I don't think that's a woman screaming. And when we played it for, well, I can't tell you exactly who we played it for because we're under
Oh,
a gag order for this investigation. But anyway, they said, no, that's a mountain lion.
mm.
So we then after that, we developed the buddy system if you have to go to the bathroom, just in case, you know. I mean, you know, they would, of course, they would only attack the slowest one. So, you know, now I'd be the slowest one because my legs are shot.
Or
you know.
the youngest one, because it's a cougar.
Okay.
Right, I'll be here all week.
Yeah.
Or maybe not.
That's funny.
I've been fired.
So I posted 2 more YouTube things, and it's police officers checking out areas where screams happen and they run, which I
Yes,
think
you
is,
know when the police run that it's probably not human. So I love those videos where they said the police who are supposed to be the brave and the men in blue, and they go out there and they hear one scream or see one chair move and they run back to the car.
well, you know, it's funny that police officers do believe in the paranormal to a certain extent.
Yeah.
I've talked to many police officers about this. Now they believe in, well, it's not really paranormal. It's more scientific about the full moon, you know, making people a little bit more wackier and stuff like that, you know, because of how it controls the waves in the ocean. The
Yeah.
crest and the trows are higher and wilder at that time because you have the magnetic pull from the
Right.
moon to the earth. You know, the gravity is just all messed up, and it does happen with people too.
I agree.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm sure you've seen a lot. You're a snorkeler, right? You'd go
Snorkeler.
excuse me,
Scuba diver. Hello.
scuba diver.
Through aggressive certification to become a advanced scuba diver and deep diver.
Okay, so by calling you a screwdriver,
Snorkeler.
a snorkeler, that's an insult.
Yeah, pretty much, because anybody can snorkel. It's not that difficult, and no insult to snorkelers, but I mean, I went through a 4-day certification of extensive diving just to become certified and learn safety measures, and so I'm pretty proud of that, given that I cannot swim. So
You can't swim?
no,
Get out of town.
but I can deep dive to 130 feet. So
Wow. Wow, I'm blown away.
it's definitely putting the cart before the horse, but you know what? I'm much more confident with an oxygen tank on my back than I am swimming at the surface where I can.
Well, I suppose, yeah, because hopefully if a shark's going to attack you, you turn quickly so they grab onto your tank.
Yeah.
Yeah, they munch down too hard, you both blow up.
Yeah, that's it.
There you go.
Go get gas.
I don't think I could do that. I mean, I always wanted to. You know, I like going into the water up to where I'm still got my feet on the bottom. But long time ago when I was a kid, my grandfather, he said we were trying to pull up the anchor. I was just a little kid, and I kept pulling and pulling, and it wouldn't come up. And he's like, "Oh, now you can pull that up. You're not that weak. Come on, pull." You know. So I did, and then all of a sudden we seen a whole bunch of seaweed and everything. And then when he was clearing that off, there she was, a girl, a body, and that's why I do not really like going into the water that much at all.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of gross.
First experience, but
Yeah. Well, they did get her out. So, I mean, other than that, I would have taken the team back up there again and said, "Hey, this is when I was 7, and you
yeah.
know, this is where it happened. Let's do an investigation.
Yeah. Well, you were talking about the that area you went to with the scream. So you don't think it was a Bigfoot?
We were inside of a building,
Okay.
and it was like 3 or 4 in the morning, and the area around there, they did have, it's a little further away and everything, in the same county still, they did have sightings of a Bigfoot family.
Mm.
But a Dogman around there were also claims. You know, is it real? I don't know. I just know that scream was amazing. Now, the last time we were there and we went in and did an investigation was just a couple weeks ago. And it's so weird is that I had a camera set up and it's facing down the hallway, and you can hear me snoring like mad, okay? But something was right next to the camera, whatever it was, and you can hear, and that is the same sound right before the scream. When we went there before, we were 40 feet away from my recorder. It was sitting on a windowsill, and you could hear somebody breathing on it. And the scream came from downstairs. We were the only ones in the building.
Yeah.
So it was farther away. But then after the scream, you still hear the breathing in the voice recorder. Are they connected? I don't know. Could it have been the start of something? You know, they're you know, hearing that breathing and stuff like that.
Right.
There is that possibility, but I don't know. I want to go back one more time because it's been sold, and the new owners haven't taken it over yet. And that's a place I was trying to get you to
Oh yeah.
throw some money in, because I mean, that would have been an amazing place, V. Just an amazing place.
I know.
I know. Well,
Mm.
listen there, ladies and gentlemen. It's 7:30. We are going to take a break, and we'll be back in just a couple of moments. Everybody, sorry about that. I'm trying to get to know things here.
Well,
I'm
we're
new, you
trying
know.
a lot of new techniques, so bear with us. We're gonna have that all smoothed out for you next week, like butter.
Just like butter. Okay, let's see. So roll. Okay, we're rolling. There we go. All right, we're back, everybody. Hey, you know, Para X is like awesome. So there's tons of shows on Para X that cover all sorts of genre. Isn't it genre?
Genre.
Genre. That's coming from a Danish girl there. But anyway, there's you got all sorts of shows right after us. We have Exploring the Paranormal with Shauna of Geeks Paranormal. Tuesday, we have The Gathering with Stephanie and Heidi. They're awesome. And that's that's at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And there's just like tons of other shows. Oh my God, people. If you just listen to ours, I mean, you're cool. But there's other ones to listen to, so check them all out. And also, too, you can find us. The show will be posted on www.thecallingradioshow.com thecallingradioshow.com, and on YouTube, The Calling 2.0 radio show on YouTube. And there we have pretty much all of our, 165 shows. And we'd really appreciate it if you would like, share, and subscribe. If you don't want to share it, you don't have to, but like and subscribe. We appreciate that very much. Don't we, V?
Yes, thank you so much.
Which, should we applaud them? Ready? All right, that was cool. Nobody else does that. Oh, brother. Okay, so um, when it comes to again, the screams and stuff like that, um, I'm a very big skeptic on it. And I know, I mean, I can't say that my stuff was totally 100% real. What else could it be though? I'm pretty shocked about that because it was so odd is that we were never told of the scream by the owners of the place. They never told us that, but yet once we showed it to them, they were kind of shocked in a way, and they said, "We hear that quite a bit." And
Wow.
it's like, really? So, I mean, then that kind of, to me, kind of kicks off the thing of, a deer being mauled right out front. But there's bear that runs through. There's, oh my gosh, what else runs through there? We've seen wolves, I do believe it was. Wolves, or was it coyotes? Could have been just coyotes running through. There's always some type of wildlife around there.
Hmm.
So it's something to, and deer, oh my God. Oh dear.
Oh,
They're
dear.
all over the place. Oh dear. You know?
But then, I mean, it might be a good thing to maybe when you go to investigate a place to get familiar with the most indigenous sounds there, kind of like on Naked and Afraid. You're going to study all the things you can eat and, the animals that are there before you go and actually survive there. So if you went on an investigation, maybe get familiar with some of the things that might mimic a scream so that you would be able to differentiate between a banshee or a Bigfoot or something, just so.
Well, that's the only thing is though, it's possibly a banshee or possibly a Bigfoot because
Right.
nobody's filmed one screaming yet. And I still don't think
Screams, when you hear those really blood curdling eerie screams, that's a Bigfoot. I mean,
well,
well, I
again,
guess you're a skeptic, but I believe me, I sit and watch a lot of videos, of people's accounts, and there's definitely, you can differentiate between something human and something animalistic and something that is just not of this world. It can't be replicated. It has a certain sound to it. If you get familiar with listening to different sounds, you would know that some stuff just does not sound like it can even be repeated. And some people have even taken it and gone as far as to go to like sound labs, and they can take the sound bite and refer to it against a library of actual sounds that they recorded that they know what are, and they're like, this is not even human. So
right. Well, we had somebody on the show once. This was years ago. And I'm not going to say who the person is because a lot of people believe in these people, and I'm not going to shatter their dreams completely. But these people claimed that they had Bigfoot, that it was Bigfoot making all these howls and stuff.
right.
Now, as a person that, like myself, I debunk, I live to debunk. This you could tell because you could hear in the voice of whatever it was that it was standing right next to them and was faking it because they could do howls and stuff. Yes. If you were to hear it, as a matter of fact, I have it, V. I'm going to send it to you, and
Yeah.
you're going to go, yeah, that's a person.
That sucks because
That's what I'm saying.
Fake stuff, then people start to not even believe the real thing, and then where are we? What's the point of faking evidence, faking sounds, faking photographs? Because our whole job as a paranormal investigator is to prove things. So for people to fake things, not only have you ruined your own integrity, but now it's one step forward and 3 steps back. Now we're going to have to continue to prove things all the time, and it becomes harder and harder when people are doing things like that.
Yep. And like Stephanie says, unfortunately, there are a lot of Bigfoot people out there that do this.
That's
Because the big thing is is they want to be the first. They want to be known for this, this, and this. And now I seen Bigfoot. Could I have taken a photo? I probably could have, and I could have taken a video. I had my hand on it, but my biggest thing was to watch, to stare
Right.
at what I seen, watching its butt, its legs, its arms, its chest, its head, the way it acts and stuff. And especially to where this thing is looking across this river, and the sun was at its face, and he put his hand up to block the sun to be able to see. That's intelligence.
Right.
And he walked away. He wasn't big and muscular like, a giant ape that everybody's claiming.
Right.
He was built more like Shaquille O'Neal, and he kind of sauntered away. And right before he walked into the woods, he did glance over. So I did get to see a face. And it's not anything like I've seen. And I am 99.9% sure is what I seen was Bigfoot.
Okay, so here goes the skeptic now. 99%. No, I'm saying this is coming from the skeptic. The skeptic has given us 99.9% proof that he saw Bigfoot.
Well, that's not proof. It's just
No,
my opinion.
Yes, exactly.
My opinion. Proof would have been if I would have gotten the camera out and videotaped it or took pictures and stuff like that. But, it was amazing to see. And that's why, I'm going to get in trouble with this so bad. When I looked at the Patterson Gimlin film, and I really zoomed in on the butt, the legs, the arms, stuff like that, I don't think it was real. I'm pretty sure that was a hoax, even though it happened back then. That's the thing that everybody says. It happened back then, Jerry. They didn't have that stuff they do.
Right.
The heck they didn't. They filmed The Creature of the Black Lagoon.
Right.
And people thought it was real.
No,
So
yeah.
you're not that old, V. You're not that old.
Creature Features on Friday nights was my favorite thing to watch, and it was Bela Lugosi, The Mummy, Lon Chaney, Man of a Thousand Faces, and The Creature from the Black Lagoon. So I can date myself, but I did watch all of those. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. They're still trying to, pull that little video apart and see if it is real. And I'm not going to get into it because I don't want to get in everyone has opinions, but
they do. And like Stephanie's saying is, unfortunately, there are a lot of Bigfoot people out there that do this, and a lot of people that never go into the woods. That is true. And there's one that was actually on Steph's show that claimed he had DNA from a Bigfoot. And I think it was in the form of poo and a form of urine. And it's like, okay, did he just stand there while you said, hey, I'm going to collect a little bit of this, okay? Feel free, act natural.
Maybe he
I'm
said
not
a
here.
porta potty and said Bigfoot only, and he went in there and he got his free sample.
You're right. And
Yeah.
Steve's saying, I think evil likes to scare us just to rattle us. You know what? I believe that. In the paranormal, I mean, a person you're at, poltergeist or anything like that. I mean, the more fear that you give off, the more that they're going to grow from that because they're taking their energy from you.
Right.
So it's amazing. It's amazing. Let's see what else we got here.
Well, I think also to add there was Steve saying that they like to rattle us. If you were invisible or had cloaking devices and things and were able to just sneak in on humans and make them jump, I think, wouldn't you do that as well? Because it's fun. And I think, honestly, the other side has like a little bit of a sick sense of humor that they find this funny to scare us because we do react with fear a lot of the time. So I think for them, it's comical to scare us, and we're easy to scare too.
Even take a look at that, what you had said there. It's like people. practical jokers.
Right.
They
Yeah.
do the same thing to
Right.
people because it really gives them a little bit of a high.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So,
In
yeah.
the form of energy, but yes, they do find it humorous, and I don't blame them. I mean, I think that's why I'm not fearful, because I'm always, when I go into investigations, I'm already on edge, like waiting for any little thing. So I'm not, I think people let their guards down sometimes. I'm not going to say which TV shows, but and
yeah.
they jump from every little thing, and I'm like, why are you running out of the building? This is what you do for a living, and you're scared and you're running out of the building.
But what else is that called? Acting.
Right, of course, ratings
Yep.
stuff. I mean,
Yep.
for
Exactly.
me, I run right into the danger, because this is the evidence I'm looking for. This is what I need, face to face with a demon, So, but and I think also some of us need to stand up to these things to show them that we're not scared of them. So,
Agreed.
we need to trick them and get them back at their own game.
Exactly.
When humans attack.
Todd says we have wolves, coyote, fox, bobcat, cougars, Canadian lynx here in Wisconsin. And, I mean, each one of those can scream out blood-curdling screams.
Yeah.
Even a rabbit, well, no, a rabbit. I remember once when I was little and Grandpa and I were walking through the woods. It was before we went to the place where the trees talk. And I heard a scream. It sounded like a baby crying. And he said, that's a rabbit. I went, what? And he goes, that's a rabbit. I mean, something's eating it right now. It's killing it. And they sound like little babies crying. And it's like, ugh, I never wanted to be around rabbits in case they do that kind of stuff again,
Right.
Yeah. And Steph says, unless we say Bigfoot making that call, we can't say it's Bigfoot. And she's right on that. And she too is not a fan of the Patterson film. She doesn't believe it's real. But then I could see Bigfoot take a video and people would say it's fake too. So yes, like a certain someone on TV.
What if Bigfoot took a video of us and brought that home, and his family was like, I don't believe those are real humans?
Oh, probably, yeah.
He's like, I encountered some humans today, and his wife, Bigfoot wife, is like, I don't believe you, Biggie.
There's no such a thing. Those are trolls. They're kind of cute,
They are cute.
And Todd's even saying too that rabbit screams are loud.
Okay, I'm going to be doing a lot of Googling after the show of various screams, especially.
Oh, just go to YouTube and just say, put in there screams from a rabbit.
I saw a frog scream on Instagram. That was pretty interesting.
You seen what?
A frog scream.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that too. At first, I thought you said The Rock. And I'm like, The Rock? That's a wrestler, Dwayne Johnson. He screamed? Nah, he
Like
made somebody scream. That had to have been Kevin with him. Have you ever met Dwayne The Rock Johnson?
No.
No?
But in terms of, okay, I have two WWF. So I did a Toyota commercial with Hulk Hogan back when I first got to LA in 1994. 1994.
Is this before he turned into a porn star or after?
Wow.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
I'll tell you about it later.
Anyway, so I met Hulk Hogan, and we did a Toyota commercial. So then flash forward to like 20 something years later, I'm at the store down in Clearwater Beach, and there's Hulk Hogan, because He lives here. I didn't know that. So I'm like, oh my God,
Oh.
Hogan, we did a Toyota commercial. And he's like, who the hell are you? No. I'm like, never mind. Can I get a picture? And then when I used to do conventions modeling in Vegas, not sure. Oh yeah. So Stone Cold Steve Austin walks in and everybody's like, oh my God, can I get a picture with you? And I'm like, who is he? I have no idea who he is. So then I'm like, I guess I need to get a picture with you because so I asked for an autograph because I'm like, everyone's doing it, so I better do it too. I have no idea who he is, but I better do it. So I sit him, and I still didn't know who he is. And I go, let's thumb wrestle.
Oh my God.
And so we thumb wrestle, because I'm just trying to do an icebreaker, not knowing that he's a wrestler. And I thought this was the stupidest thing I could have said. Let's thumb wrestle. Now, I laugh about it so much later because I did not know it was Stone. He just said, I'm Steve. And so I'm like, okay, nice to meet you, Steve. I didn't know it was Stone Cold Steve Austin. So those are my wrestling stories, but I have not met The Rock yet.
I'll be darned. And by the way, I was talking about Hulk Hogan as a porn star, not you.
Oh, yeah.
Not okay. Just in case.
Did you find that tape?
Ew.
Yeah.
Google it.
Okay, yeah, I'll Google it along with the rabbit screams. It's going to be a good night. Hulk Hogan and rabbit screams. Don't get them mixed up.
Oh, don't. Bad. Well, we got like 4 minutes left. Now, you did a lot of paintings and you put them out there.
Yeah.
And where exactly is it? And where can people see them all and stuff?
Oh, you can't see them until you go physically to Palm Harbor, Florida. However, they're going to be displayed there for 1 month. I already sold one 5 hours after I put it out. And they're very, very reasonably priced. However, they're going to be hanging up there, and then whatever does not sell, I will in a month be posting it on Facebook, and then if you'd like to buy it, I accept all sorts of payments. It'll be shipped to you. I think even PayPal does like a payment plan, so if that was an issue. But they're very, like I said, they're very breathtaking, very colorful. I'll actually post the picture. I hung them all on the wall at the gallery place there, so I'll post that on the calling page, and you can look there. And in case you are interested, I also do like pet portraits and things like that if you ever need. I did a memorial to a friend's Great Dane. She lost her Great Dane, so I painted with little wings on it. It was really, it was a surprise for her, and she really loved that. So, yeah. So anyway, but next Wednesday I talk, we'll see how it's going and how it went, and I'm excited. So it's going to be, they're bringing food and cocktails and, DJ, and so it's going to be exciting. So yay.
Excellent. Well, again, to get a hold of V, you can go to the Calling 2.0 on Facebook, and you can send her a message through there because it would come to me, but it also comes to her too. Or you can go to psychic medium
Valentina.
You
did it! Yay!
Yep. And you can send her anything that you if you need help or anything like that. I mean,
you don't have to be present. I have texted readings where you can just text me the questions and photo of yourself, and I will text you back the answers. There's video reading. Then, of course, if you're in the neighborhood, then we can always do it in person. But yes, I'm pretty accessible as far as getting readings done. So, well, everyone, enjoy the nice hot weather I have sent to you.
Yuck.
Hydrate.
That's the big thing right there.
Yeah.
What's weird though? I've only had to use my air conditioner once or twice. That's it. This building that I live in, the basement is cooled off and it comes right up and it's just gorgeous in here. Even though the thing says 78, it's not 78. I mean, it's awesome. I know you're like 78. No, I have it at 62 in my house.
No, 68 in the summer and then 72 in the winter, which is kind of now sort of springy. And then like 74 is the highest I can have it. Otherwise, I can't. Like if I go to people's houses, first thing I do is look at their thermostat because I'm like, oh, people have it at like 78 and like 80. My parents had it at 80. I'm like, Mom. My mother's like, why are you leaving? You just got here. I go, Mom, it's too hot in here. I have to go.
Well, you know, you should be used to the heat, especially living down there and stuff. Now, did I see that you posted, you've seen an alligator?
Yes, this is now I think my third one. I was camping in the RV last week and walking the dog.
Gotcha. Oh, it's time. The dog didn't get eaten. So anyway, everybody, thank you all for listening in, and we'll see you all next week. Thank you, Para X and Sarge. You rock, kind sir.
Everyone.
Bye-bye.